Hey Sawyer, today we have to talk to everybody all about your flea meds. And it's not the greatest topic, but a very necessary one to cover. And depending upon where you live, fleas are going to be a greater or lesser problem for you, but it's probably something you're definitely going to have to deal with in one way or another if you are living with a dog. Where we live here on Long Island, fleas are a tremendous issue. They are a huge problem. Ticks are also a tremendous problem. There are places where you can walk in the woods here and you can literally see them crawling across the ground. My first dog of my own, was a golden retriever, and I took her for a walk one day, and it was a very nice wooded road, and there was just a little bit of a grassy area there, and I let her off just to walk in that for a few minutes. And when I looked back at her face, I almost didn't understand at first what was going on with all the black things on her that looked like little poppy seeds, and it turned out to be ticks crawling all over her face and body. And I had to walk her home like that, and it was so gross, and then lay her on the kitchen floor and spend about an hour taking ticks off of her. So that was quite some time ago, and I think the problem has only gotten worse. So we are also, hi honey, here on Long Island. We are directly across the Long Island Sound from the town of Old Lyme, Connecticut, which, if you don't know, is where the first case of Lyme disease was found. And of course, where the name Lyme disease comes from. We also have the very interesting distinction of having a little island called Plum Island, 2 miles off the coast of Long Island, about 6 miles from Connecticut. And Plum Island is very interesting, and I recommend, if you're interested in that kind of thing, to read about it because it's quite fascinating. It's a level 4 biolab that handles animal diseases and lots more. And I would encourage you guys, again, if you find that kind of stuff interesting, to look at a map of the US where Lyme disease hotspots are. And here's the East Coast, and it's going to be red, 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 and go out from there. So we are a hotbed for Lyme disease. Actually, my mom was diagnosed with Lyme disease probably about, oh my goodness, 25 years ago. So my point in bringing all that up, apart from giving you guys something kind of really cool to research, because I like that kind of stuff and maybe you do too, is to really highlight the severity of the problem and the real need for using an effective flea and tick remedy. Now, I am a person who really dislikes any kind of chemicals and drugs in my animals' products, certainly in the products for my children that I use and for myself. And this has been a hard one for me because it really is that compromise that I have to say, which is the lesser of two evils. The disease and illnesses that come from fleas and ticks, or using a flea and tick product. So having said that, I am very holistic minded and natural minded whenever and wherever I can be. I have tried all of the natural remedies that exist over the course of the last 25 plus years of owning dogs. So we've tried the diatomaceous earth and we've tried the herbal remedies. In fact, I had a little white dog named Susie that I tried this cinnamon based herbal thing. It stained her fur for years after that. I could never get it out. So yes, all of those things, they sound lovely. They're completely ineffective in my experience. And maybe you want to chime in and let everybody know if you found something that worked for you. But like I said, in about 2.5 decades, I have yet to find anything natural that works on the level of severity of fleas and ticks that we have in this area. Okay, so now that we've talked about what doesn't work, I'm going to show you guys what I have found that works very well for us. So I have tried several different brands of the chemical ones, and this is the brand that I have found that works. And honestly, it's the only brand that I've found that works, again, for me or my part of the country or world or whatever it is. But this is the Canine Advantix 2, and these are the active ingredients in it. So if you want to check those out, or if you know your dog has a known sensitivity to them, I know that these are not good chemicals, but again, we have to make a choice in this situation. So let me say 2 important things if you've never used these before. Okay, well, first of all, do not use these on puppies. It says 7 weeks and older. I would say even more than that. I would say 10 weeks and older, just my personal preference. Unless, of course, you're in some kind of situation where you really need to put it on a puppy, but 7 weeks seems pretty young to me. Secondly, I would say that if you've never tried this on your dog before and you're not sure if they have some kind of sensitivity, then I would just take a small amount of this. I'm going to show you the product, what it looks like. It is a liquid. I would take a small amount and put it on their skin and wait 24 hours to see if they have a reaction. You don't want to give them the whole dose and then find out that they're going to have a reaction. Oh, and the third thing I want to say, this is so important, this little yellow warning label on the bottom here, do not use on cats. Be so careful and let everyone in your family know if you have a cat, this cannot be put on cats. It can kill them very quickly. It's very, very toxic to cats, so be aware of that. Hi, Jake. These are sold by body weight, so you can see I have a medium and a large dog here. They come in small dog 2, of course, which would be under 10 pounds, which 2 of my dogs are 4.5 and 5.5 pounds. So I used to buy the small size for them. However, I'm going to let you in on what I do now. Shiloh, you're just a small dog. You're just a very small dog. Sawyer is probably about 18 or 19 pounds now. Okay, so you can see that the medium is from 11 to 20, the large 21 to 55. I don't know if I would consider that a large dog. And of course, then there's what, like giant, I guess, 55 and over. So for example, for my small dogs that are 4.5 and 5.5 pounds, I will split one of these tubes in half for them. Or I will even use the larger tube and use it, 3 or 4 times. Again, I can eyeball it now because I'm very used to what that small dose should look like. The reason that I do that, of course, is because it's a lot more cost effective to do it that way. Think about it, you're getting 6 large size for the same price that you're getting 6 small size, and you're getting more effective product that can be given more doses. Do the math. You'll see what I'm saying. And I have never had a problem doing that. So if you feel comfortable, that might be something you want to try. So as I said, Sawyer is about 19 pounds now. And on the large dog, you can see it is for 21 to 55 pounds. The medium was 11 to 20 pounds. Now I size him up in this because he's on that really upper range. So if this is okay for an 11-pound dog and he's just about 20, I know that this one's going to be more effective. Oh, by the way, I bought these a while ago and just stocked up on them when kind of all the craziness was going on, and I wanted to be sure that I would have them. I'm trying to remember, I believe they're around $55 to $65 a box. I'll let you know on that. And you can get these from Chewy, or you can support your local pet store and buy them there. They're usually the same price everywhere. So let's open it up and I'm going to show you what they look like. Are you okay? Oh, so in all of them you get 6 doses, and they come in these, which you really have to cut open. They're not easy to open, and I guess that's a good thing. They also come with these stickers for your calendar to remind you of when they need to be put on. Oh, so let's talk about that. So this says, once a month treatment. Now, that's something else I found, that this does not give a full month of protection. This gives 3 weeks of protection. So I make sure to give it to them in 3 weeks, not 3.5 weeks or 4 weeks, because it starts waning and we don't want that one flea to get on them, and then it starts the whole cascading problem. Okay, so here's what it looks like. This is the little tube, and you're just gonna pop this open, and inside of here is just one of those things where you're gonna push that in to open a little hole, and you find your willing victim. That's you, buddy. Or should I say unwilling victim? I don't know. We're gonna do this. I like to give my dogs a bath before I do this because you can give them a bath. It says when they have this on, I think you have to wait 24 hours, but I really prefer to do it first, and then I do wait about 2 days just so the oils of their skin can build back up and less chance for any kind of sensitivity. Come here. Come up here. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna try to do this one-handed. So you're gonna apply this behind their neck, just like this, and you squeeze it on. See, he doesn't even mind it. And how this works is it will, just put that in there, we'll throw that out. How this works is it gets on your dog's skin and it will disperse onto the skin of their body, and that's what repels the fleas and ticks. So since it's a really nice day and he's going to be outside a lot, I really like to choose a day like this so that he can be out in the fresh air. So there it is. You got to really get it down to the skin, by the way. If you have a really curly or furry dog, you really want to make sure that you get it on the skin and not on the fur. One more thing that I want to say is if you, again, have a cat that likes to buddy up with your dog and sometimes they like to groom each other, be very, very careful that your cat does not groom your dog. You'll have to keep them apart. That's not something I have to watch, so I couldn't tell you when would be a safe time. I imagine certainly a number of hours or a day or half a day, something like that. So guys, I hope that you found this helpful. Feel free to leave any comments on some feedback about what worked for you or what didn't work for you. So now we're just gonna play a little fetch and we will see all of you guys next time. Bye everyone.